Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LaffinBoy here. And today I'm going to be bringing you another Need for Speed Payback Unlimited Money Glitch. Now, this one I think has been around for a while as well, but I'm going to show you how to do this pretty much anywhere. That means you're going to be able to do this almost at the very beginning of the game. There are a couple of requirements. They're really simple. One, you need a drag car that can pull a wheelie. Two, you need whatever vehicle, you need a race appropriate vehicle. In other words, if you're going to be doing this using this for an off-road race, you need an off-road vehicle. If you're going to be using this for a regular street race, you need a race spec vehicle. Pretty simple. And well, there is one little bit of setup that you should do, and I'll get to that. But first I want to point out that you can use this glitch almost at the very beginning of the game. You can use this glitch to get into the very first race that you do with Graveyard Shift at the very beginning of Chapter 2, and I'll be showing you that at the end of the video. Now, you absolutely have to have a drag spec vehicle that will pull a wheelie. And I will show you that, show you why in a moment. But before you get started, you need to go into your garage and make sure that there is a race appropriate vehicle on the floor, because going into the warehouse can kick you out of the glitch. So make sure, if you're trying to do a race spec race, have a race spec vehicle on the floor. If you're trying to do an off-road race, then have an off-road spec vehicle on the floor. Now, once you get into the glitch, everything works exactly like the other glitch. The difference is doing it this way. You can get into the glitch. The difference is getting into the glitch, and with this method you can get into the glitch practically anywhere. What you're going to be doing is you're going to have to go out and find a civilian car that's driving around, or it's parked. If one's driving nearby, you just go up to it and tap it, and it'll stop. It will no longer move. They're not going to drive away, and you can actually drive a good distance away from them, and then they won't despawn. If you don't see one, in this case, there's usually one that's parked on either side of the road somewhere in this area, and you just push it around the corner and push it into position. And I'll show you what that position is in just a moment. I do want to say something about the car here. This is the Catalina chain car. She is my best friend and an awesome YouTuber. She's also one of my moderators, so go and check her out. Link is in the description. This is where you're gonna want this car. In this case, you're gonna want to put it right there by that little square thing. And well, here we go. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, well, you're going to pull a wheelie, hit the car, and go up in the air. You're going to hit the R1 button while you're on top of the car or in the air. I tend to try to wreck my car and hit it then. Give you a demonstration. This is a fail. If you do it right, you won't go into your garage. But even if you do go into your garage, you just back out, and the car will still be there. You'll still be in your car. Everything's fine. And there you have it. It took several tries, but I got it. I did it. And now what we're going to do, we're not going to use the, we're not going to use R1 to change the car. I'll show you why in a moment. I'll show you why after the race. I am going to fast travel over to my garage and switch vehicles. Now you can, at this point, fast travel anywhere. You can go buy cars, go pop around, do whatever you want to do. Well, within limits. You can go buy cars, you can go upgrade cars, and you can go change cars. You can't go into your warehouse inside your garage. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. There, I just tapped R1. I'm sitting there. I've got both of them. So you just tap R1 and you go into the garage when you're in that screen. You can pick any of your race appropriate vehicles that are here, but you cannot go here. I will show you that in a moment. First, I'm going to take this car and we're going to go do a race several times in a row. Well, no, several times all at one time. Now once we're back out of the garage, we just pull forward till that goes away and you can press start. You can do this from anywhere on the map at this point. Press R1, we'll start the race. Decline whatever the side bet is. Just like with the other glitch, as soon as you start the race, you're going to want to start it again. And then as soon as it starts, you want to start it again until you get to 4. And then you're going to actually race. Nobody. We go and do another one. Start number 4. I'm going to go to 6. No, you're not. Just to see what happens. This is why I say 4 only, because, well, it's not going to hurt anything to go for 5 or 6 or 8 or 10, but every time you add one beyond 4, you fail one. So you're just kind of wasting your time. I do want to point out that there are other vehicles on the track. So if you run into them, if you catch up to them, and you probably will if you're in a fast car, don't worry about them. They're not racing you. They're just kind of racing each other. They're just out there. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You cannot lose this race unless you go off the track too far or you just stop. And don't worry about, and Tyler Morgan, your driver, is going to say weird things. Don't worry about what he's saying. He's an idiot. Doesn't know what he's talking about. And now I speed up the car. Or the film. Video. Whatever. Okay, and I have $987,529 right now. Let's see what we get when we cross that finish line. Nothing happens there. And we now have $1,237,529. That is a gain of $250,000 in just a few minutes of me wrecking all the way around the track. Now the solar sprint takes about 7 minutes to do usually, and the hyperspace circuit takes about 2 minutes to do. So you could do 3.5 hyperspace circuits in the time that you could do the solar sprint, and it would net you about the same money. Here is me getting into the hyperspace circuit using this glitch. Once you're in the glitch, you can enter car dealerships, you can enter the tune-up shop, you can enter your garage, but anytime you press that R1 button that is not to enter a building or start the race, you will kick yourself out of the glitch. So be careful not to do that. Here we are at Noche de Muertos. This is the very first race that you do for Graveyard Shift at the very beginning of Chapter 2. So you can do this practically, right away as soon as you get a vehicle that can pull a wheelie. First thing you're going to want to do is block the road. Again, all you have to do is go and tap these vehicles and they'll stop driving. So just leave them in the road on both sides of the race. And then you're going to want to get a car to do your wheelie on, and possibly some larger vehicles to put behind it. This took a little bit of trial and error. Well, what I wound up doing was putting the car that I'm going to do the wheelie off of in the race trigger. Then I put the big truck behind it, and I put a little pickup, well, a normal size pickup, behind it. The pickup was to keep the big truck, the truck from moving. And then I pulled up to the front of the car, pulled a wheelie, and deliberately wrecked my car while pressing the R1 button. And this is what happened. And now I'm in the glitch. This glitch can be used just about anywhere. Now we're going to pop back over here to... So here I'm going to pop into the garage. I'm going to change vehicles. And again, just do the race normally. This race is not going to net a lot of money, but anyway, this is something that is going to make a lot of money for you at the beginning of the game. Anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. LaffinBoy out.